Hi, my name is Stephanie Robinson, and I'm happy to be here and share mine and Bradley's story with you. A little bit of a brief background about myself is that I was born with half of a heart. My main chamber of my heart did not develop when my mom was pregnant with me. Even though that they've done multiple ultrasounds, they did not detect that during her pregnancy. To make a long story short, I've had 3 open heart surgeries by the time that I was 2 years old, and throughout my life I've had minimal issues, and I've done very well with just yearly checkups with my cardiologist. With my medical experience and conditions growing up, my cardiologist was always telling me that I was unable to have children. And I was always worried that, because they said that if I was to have a child, that my condition was a high chance of passing on to them. I then went up to adult cardiology at the time that I was 18, and they had told me that that was something that we could discuss when we were ready to, because they had a high-risk pregnancy clinic that focused on cardiac patients up at OHSU. My husband and I, despite our concerns, were able to conceive and start our family. In October of 2021, I had started spotting and having light bleeding. My husband and I were concerned, so we had talked to my OB about this. She did not have too much concerns, but told us to be cautious. At 20 weeks, my water had broken, and that did not think of it much at the time because I was so early. Went into my OB a week later, and at that appointment, we did an additional anatomy scan to confirm the sizing of our baby, but at that appointment, we had found out that my water did rupture. And from there, we had to do an amniocentesis dye test. Once we received the results from our tests, our doctor had sat us down and gone over 2 options with us. One of the options was to terminate the pregnancy medically due to the fact that I was so early on in my pregnancy. The other one was to wait until I was 22 weeks to be admitted into the hospital and stay in the hospital until I was term at 34 weeks and deliver Bradley. A week later, I was admitted into the hospital, and this began our 9-week journey that included many health challenges for Bradley and myself. My son Bradley decided to make his entrance into the world weighing 3 pounds, 2 ounces, and this began our long journey in the NICU. Going into our NICU stay, we knew that we were going to have a NICU stay, but me and my husband did not realize the challenges that we were going to face until our son was born. The doctors were hopeful about his prognosis. They said they did let us know that there could be ups and downs. He was on the highest ventilator, which, being first-time parents, made us tremendously scared and fearful because we did not know what the outcome was going to be. Brad is very lucky and was a very big fighter. He was only on the ventilator systems for 3 weeks in total on all of them, and then came off of room air. From there, he started to they called him the miracle baby around the NICU because he just started to take off. He became more stable and progressed tremendously. He began to start eating off of bottles. The nurses were very impressed. He got out of the incubator and into his own little bassinet. And at a certain point, we were just so happy with everything that we were always asking the doctors, like, when is the possibility of us being able to take him home? And we were able to take him home on the Grow and Feed program that OHSU's NICU provides for us. So Bradley is now a year old. He has developed extremely well, and we do have one more final hurdle that we are overcoming. He does have an upcoming hip surgery on April 19th of this year, so we will love for anybody to be able to send prayers and positive thoughts our ways, and just help for a fast and healthy recovery for him. I just want to say thank you to everybody that supported us and prayed for us along our journey. And I'm blessed and thankful for the Pregnancy Resource Center, for the resources that they provided to my family, such as clothing for my son, formula, baby furniture, along this way, and the support that they have also given behind us as well, putting out notices for my son to have prayers for him, for his upcoming events, and throughout our journey as well, with my pregnancy.